We are live. How is everyone doing tonight? It is Wednesday night. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, man, I have had such a week. Oh my gosh. You're not even going to believe what kind of a week I have had. Hi, Ruth. How are you? Welcome to the live show. It's a little bit crazy in here. And I have to tell you, I'm having a hard time. Hi, Dashia. How are you? I'm having a hard time with my stand here. It's not like standing correctly. Hi, Christian from California. How are you? Hey, where are you in California? You know, I'm from Southern California. I was born and raised. Woo woo. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Hey, Judy. How are you? Hey, Amanda. It's 8 a.m. in Australia. Good morning. How are you this morning? I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure that you get up, brush your teeth, wash your face, wash your hands, pull your hair back, give yourself a smile in the mirror. Make sure you drink your water today. Make sure every time you take a sip of that water, you smile and you think of me, okay? And you think about the crazy lady on Facebook and go for it. Have a great day. Keep going. You got this. That's awesome. Hi, Laura. How are you? Say my name. Say my name. Say my name, Laura. How are you? Hi, Tasha. How are you? Hi, Shenandoah. How are you? And Janet. Christian, how are you? You're in Stockton. You're doing well, Stockton. You're Stockton now, but you're originally from Clovis. Is that like Clovis, like the toros? Like I said, brr, it's cold in here. There must be some clovers in the atmosphere, right? That was the Clover, right? I think so. Hi, Kara. How are you tonight? Tell Ryan I said hello, please. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Hi, Rachel. Hi, Dora and Emily. Okay, now I'm back to Laura. Say my name. Hi, Laura. Say my name. Hi, Judy. Where is Tammy? Where's Tammy? Did somebody say Tammy? Hi, Renee. Yes, I know. The orange is my favorite color, too. Hello, Victoria from Tennessee. Oh, that's appropriate. Orange, Tennessee. I love it. I love it. Hi, Tina. How are you? All right. Michelle, is it cold in Iowa right now? That's a stupid question. Of course it's cold. It's Iowa. It's either hotter than you know what and humid as you know what or colder than you know what. That's my experience anyway. Hi, Angela. How are you? Hi, Julie from Utah. I used to live in Utah too. I did. I used to live in North Ogden. I did. I went to Weber High School. I did. Weber Warriors. Hey, Julie. Hi, Sheila. Sorry, my dog's barking now. I guess everybody can see. Hi, Mandy. Oh my goodness. Okay, DJ and Blake Barker. Oh, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. DJ and Blake Barker, how are you in Iowa as well? Judy, I'm so excited for this too. Hey, Sam. Hi, Adele. How are you? Alana, Cheryl. Where's Tammy? There she is. There she is. There she is. Tammy, where are you? There we go. Accept. Send invites. Tammy, you should be on there.
Like,
and there she
add
is.
Add me.
I added you. I added you. Okay, now hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, you got to say something again.
Hello.
Okay. My microphone, for whatever reason, it's not the microphone, it's the speakers. It's hard for me to hear. I got to get Jimmy to take it out of my case. I completely forgot about it. Hold on a second. Let me get Jimmy to take. Why don't you tell everybody how you are this evening? Beautiful Tammy.
Well,
we're going to solve the world's problems tonight, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to solve all of the world's problems.
Excellent. There's a lot to solve. Okay, so Jimmy's going to. Hi, Tammy.
What's happening?
Not much. She's trying to hear me. She can't hear me. I couldn't hear her at all. I couldn't hear her at first either. I had to go out and come back in.
It's still super low.
Yeah, it was for me too. I had to go out and come back in. It was weird.
Okay.
Can everybody else in the room hear me?
I don't know what to do now because it's still super low. I can't go back out and come back in.
Well, maybe we should start over.
You go out and come back in.
Okay.
Now I'm out of the case. So you go out and come back. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, she just. I'm trying it. Okay. Oh my God. You know, we are just so good together. I mean, it's like the dynamic duo of like technology. If you ever need to know anything about technology, everyone, you should just let us know because we are good. We are good. All right, come on, Tammy. Come on, Tammy. Where are you? Your buddy Jennifer in Gray is here. Hi, Jennifer. If you're a friend of Kara's, you're a friend of mine. There we go. Accept. Send her the invite. Make sure this is all the way up. Okay.
Okay, can you
Can you
hear
hear me now?
me?
Son of a gun. What in the world is going on here? I don't want to get off. Try. Oh, wait, try that.
What?
Say something.
I'm saying something.
I can't hear it. Ow.
I'm saying things.
Son of
Can
a
everybody in
gun.
the room hear me?
It's not this. It is seriously my phone. I don't want to enter. Ugh. Why does this happen every time?
Okay, they can hear me. They can hear us both, but we can't hear each other, which would make it very difficult for us to do this.
Just
You know,
free for all. Everybody talk.
it's fine. It's fine. We're solving the world's problems. It's just like what's going on right now. Nobody understands what the heck's going on with anybody else. So what we're just going to do is do this. I think this is going to solve everything. Yeah? Okay. Cool. What about this? Absolutely.
What?
100%. Well, wait. You know the problems we're having on the West Coast? Here we go. Yeah. That solved it.
Put that up again. That was weird.
Right? That was it. That
What?
was it. We did it. We
Can you hear me?
solved the world's problems on the West. I don't know what's happening
I'm
here.
gonna steal this from you one more
Jimmy,
time.
steal it.
Don't. I'm just gonna turn it. Steal it. Hi. And let me see.
Okay.
It's up there too.
They
Weird.
can hear us both, but we can't
There
hear
you
I
each
can
other.
hear you.
Yay!
Yay! Jimmy did it. He did it. You're
Yeah.
magic. Yay, Jimmy. Sing his praises. He's so cool, but don't tell him I said that because I don't want him to get a big head.
Okay, wait. Look. This. I'm going to sing Jimmy's praises right now. Hold on. Hold on.
Gosh. All right. Ready?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I've got to prepare. Hold on. And I'm gonna sing a song just for Jimmy because he fixed it.
Yes.
I'm gonna sing a song just for him. Okay, you ready?
Go get something for my hair. I'm feeling very left out. Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
Yes.
Jimmy, thank you for fixing our problems with the sound of, because it was terrible before you fixed it. And I am so good at writing a song for you.
Yes.
Jimmy.
That's a round
All
of
right.
applause for you there, Tammy. That's a
Okay,
round of
thank you.
applause. You're welcome. Yay! You're so good. You're so talented. I mean, how you do that, like right there on the spot.
Can you
Right?
believe I'm seriously okay? So one of my followers sent me the tiny hands, right? I'm at Dollar Tree. It could have been larger, it could have been tinier. It was literally made for these hands. Like $1.25, $1.25.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something that you're just gonna go, wait, what? I don't know if that is what that is, but I have a daughter, as you all know, who is 10 and hell on wheels. And she has the, not the real ones, but the American Girl dolls, because I'm not rich. And so she has one
like
of those
the
little
knockoffs of it.
Exactly.
They're like China, made in China American Girls.
I have no idea where they're made, but they're like from Target, and here's the thing. She cut the hair off the doll anyway. Do you think that she wouldn't? Oh yeah. Do you think, like I said, hell on wheels. Looks like Jimmy, sounds like me. So she cut the hair off the doll. So do you think that she would have cut the hair off the doll if the doll was $500?
Yes.
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 Did it matter to her? No.
No.
No. But
No.
that guitar, they have a guitar like that in the American Girl doll thing.
How many
And
millions of dollars
I
is
think
it?
it's like $125. So for
Mine
you to
was
buy it for
mine was
$1.25,
125 pennies.
100. Did you go in with your roll of money and go,
Yeah.
I've got
I made it
pennies
rain.
from heaven?
Pennies from heaven.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? So, okay. Do they even take pennies anymore? And by they, I mean the world.
Oh no, I don't have any really for real
Mm-hmm.
in real life.
Any
I mean, I do
pennies?
probably, but I probably should save them.
I've got a roll like right over there. Man, I went around this house and I was just like penny, 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 penny. And I put them in a jar, like a little bowl thing. And then I suddenly realized I have a lot in there. And I rolled them and I had like 50 cents.
That's
Just
crazy.
sitting right there. So it's there so that if I need to like clock somebody, if they're like coming in my house and I'm like, I think not, then I'm going to put the pennies.
Where'd you
in my
pick that
hand.
up? Where did you pick up doing that?
I
Was
think
that
honestly,
was it
I
at
think
your
it was
time in
so-
the yard at the prison? Is
Oh
that when you did?
Gosh, so Tammy, let me tell you, I did hard time. I did 72
Hi, everybody.
hours. I did 72 hours of hard time. Okay. Hi, Autumn. How are you? Okay. I don't know if you all know this. I've been in jail now.
Yeah.
I didn't get any tattoos while I was there, but I did learn a
But
lot
that's
of
where
things.
when you were in Facebook jail, that's when you learned
Yeah.
to use the pennies
I did. I learned
to make
use
your
the pennies.
punch have more power.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And so they actually said to use dimes so that they would be smaller and you could really hit them. But I don't have dimes, so I just use pennies. And Lizzie wants to say hi to everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Look, here's her guitar.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could do a duet.
Yes. Do you want a duet with Tammy? Okay, there you go. Say
Okay.
hello.
Tiptoe through the tulips. Bleep, 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 bleep. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Oh.
Tiny Tammy. Tiptoe through the tulips with me.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Lizzie. Oh, look, she cut the hair on this one too. Oh, this is good. Look, it was itchy. So she had a plume of hair, of rainbow hair, but not anymore. So now I just have ears and no hair. But it was feeling left out because you look very festive.
These are my son's, the ornaments that I got for my son's beard for my daughter-in-law because she wanted him to.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, they're beard ornaments. They clip into your beard.
Beard
ornaments. Yeah, you clip them into your beard.
Where'd you get those?
On Amazon.
On Amazon?
Mm-hmm. If you can't
Beard
get it on
ornaments.
Amazon, you don't need it, Monica. If you can't get it on Amazon, you don't need it.
If you can't get it on Amazon, it doesn't exist.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
They did. If they don't
Doesn't
got it on
really
Amazon, you don't need it.
Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's not on Amazon.
If it's not on Amazon, you don't need it. Heart transplant, not on Amazon, you don't need it.
Kidney? They don't have it on Amazon.
They don't have it on Amazon, you don't need it.
You don't need it.
See, I think
Vasectomy?
Amazon should get in the transplant business because, listen, you could get it on Prime. You would have it tomorrow. This waiting on a list shit wouldn't happen.
And if it doesn't arrive on time.
You said we were going to solve the world's problems. We are doing it.
We are doing it. You're right.
Amazon's going to have a transplant section.
Home vasectomy.
And if you have a Prime membership, ship it is free.
Now, we can't guarantee that you'll live or that you will have a doctor to actually put the parts in, but you'll have the parts.
But don't worry, because there will be a link to a YouTube video.
How to do it.
I'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to transplant said body parts.
First, you get some boiling water, because that's what you always do first. Get boiling water.
Boiling water.
Gotta get boiling water.
Super glue and duct tape, because that stuff will fix anything.
You get her done. That's what somebody said. Get her done.
And while you are in recovery,
You're like, hold
Tammy will
on.
serenade you.
You're like pausing the video, like, hold on. Okay, let me do this part. All right, play.
All right.
Ah, crap. There's an ad. Oh, there's a freaking ad. I should have paid $10 for premium. So I didn't have any ads on there. Damn it. Right at the part.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this whole thing. I'm gonna watch this whole thing. I'm gonna make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. I watched it. Okay. And then you're going along and you're like doing it and you like pause. And you're doing it and you pause. You're doing it, pause. And then you do it and then you unpause to watch the rest of it. And he goes, and but before you do that, do this. And you go, oh crap. Yes.
No, and then what's going to happen is even if you get the premium where you don't have the ads, the person that's doing it is going to go, we'll finish this heart transplant in a minute, but first let this word about my sponsor. Did you know you could get underwear that makes your balls in your balls in your stick separate? Then use my code Tammy Defoe and you can have underwear that make your stick and your balls separate from each other so that they can have airflow.
Oh my gosh, please tell me that is true. And I need
it's true.
You have a code?
I don't.
That we can get a discount off Tammy sticking balls in
I don't, but it's a big creator that I follow. There is an actual underwear in which
is that Goose?
And it holds the balls and the stick separately, and apparently they're really great. And they have lady ones too, but not for your balls.
They're not for your balls.
But they keep your vagina in a nice
way. Like a
aerated.
Is there?
I don't know. Aeration, like airflow-y.
On those underwear, is there a?
They're called. I can't remember the name of the underwear. I'll send you the link.
Is there something like you must be this tall to ride this ride?
No. Oh, shimmy.
No, because if they were that tall, you wouldn't want them to be riding it.
So yes, just so somebody knows, somebody mentioned I was drinking, and I don't usually drink on the weekdays.
Christmas break.
But just so you know, Tammy, I think you'll appreciate this, and everybody else out there. Tomorrow was the last day of school before Christmas break. So much depending on this, right?
Yeah.
Now let's back up. Again, we are parents of the year, and we forgot there was no school on Friday. So it being tomorrow was the last day of school was awesome to find out. It also being a half day was also awesome. They've just called a 2-hour delay.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, so, explain.
Okay. So I'm glad you said that. I'm going to explain that again. So tomorrow is a half day. So they get out at 12:15, right?
Right.
They called a 2-hour delay now because we have the storm of the century coming in.
Why
aren't they not just canceling it?
I have no idea why they're not just canceling
what?
it. Who in the world is going to go and put their kid on the school bus?
Who's going to send their kid to school? Nobody's going to be there.
Not me. So guess what? Needless to say, Christmas break has started. Cheers.
I have a school-aged kid. He's 30, and he decided to go to college to be an engineer. So I have also a school-aged kid, but he's doing it at home online. So we have no excuses.
Okay.
Plus, I live in South Texas, the surface of the sun. You know, it's going to get down to, it's actually going to get down to 18 degrees tomorrow, which for us, no, it was 10 degrees tomorrow, which is actually for us is really, really cold. Like that, it doesn't get that cold here.
You are in Texas, correct?
San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, the surface of the sun.
Now, where you are, was it last year that y'all had like that terrible winter?
2021. I didn't have electricity for 4 straight days, and 2 of those days, no water. So, and it was 10 degrees and snowed.
Okay. So,
and basically, pigs flew. A bunch of stuff like that happened. Yeah, we're prepared. I live now in our apartment. We have a fireplace, so we have wood so that we will not freeze to death.
I'm sorry. what did she just say that I was like, wait a minute, what did she just
That
say?
she has wood.
No, before that.
Oh,
You said something and I was like, wait, what? I don't know. Whatever.
I was
Okay, so you.
without electricity for 4 days
Uh-huh.
straight.
Yep.
It was 10 degrees and we had several inches of snow. And then for 2 of those days, we had no water either.
Because I used to live in Texas. Yes, I've lived everywhere. And I lived outside of Houston in a town called Spring. And we had Hurricane Alicia come through in the 80s. And right before that, we had a tornado come through. So when we had the tornado come through, and that was a surprise, we had no electricity for 12 days. And we had no water for 10, I think.
Yeah, that sucks.
I think. And we were totally unprepared for that. But when the hurricane came through, we were completely prepared. And I don't think we lost electricity and water like we did with the tornado. Yeah. So, you're in
Judy,
Michigan. Oh gosh, I hope it misses you too, because it's going to be bad.
real
from
quick,
what I
let me say,
understand.
Judy, I got your gift card from Amazon. Thank you so much. I couldn't find you on my messenger, and I was trying to remember how to spell your name. So I'm glad you're in the live so I could thank you. And what I do on my lives, if people send me stuff or whatever, is I do something in return. So, Judy, I'm going to sing you a song that is going to thank you, and it is going to be a Christmas carol also. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Judy bells, your bells are so jingly. Thank you for sending me a gift card from Amazon.com, where I can order a kidney if I should need one. Thank you because you will contribute to me living on. Bells on bobtails ring, making Judy bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing. Our Judy sent me a gift card song tonight. Oh. That's the end.
From Blammo, and kidney has been previously used and has been refurbished. No refunds.
I think that was probably worth every penny she sent me.
I think that's
Probably.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that was probably worth every cent. She's probably like, I need to send her more because, like, I just can't. That was worth every penny.
Exactly.
No, you don't need to send me more. That was it. What you sent me was generous, and like people tip me on my lives and stuff because they usually have my links to my payment platforms, and when they do, I do things in return. So you are slaying me. Well, that's because I'm like Santa. I slay all day. That's what I do.
I think it's so funny. You think you're like Santa and not Vixen.
Oh, I should.
Although you kind of look.
I should have accompanied myself. Oh, let me redo this. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Yes. Thank you. That adds everything to. Yeah. That adds everything to it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm dizzy for a second. I jingled my own bells.
I love it. I know Judy Bright too, Lori.
I heard you jingle Jimmy's bells.
Well, when you said you had wood, he was like, "Oh, so do I."
That's something we have in common.
Oh my goodness. This is going off the rails.
Unfortunately, I'm single, so I have to jingle my own bells.
Well, you know what? It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
Well, it's clean. It's a clean job.
Hey, I understand.
Don't imply.
Okay down there, you have been gynecologically approved. Kitty cat approved.
Check
There you
it
go.
out.
I love that. I love it. I need to get a sweatshirt. I don't have a sweatshirt. I have so much. I have a mug. I have the water bottle.
The merch ladies that I originally had, they were just making everything. It wasn't going to work out. It just wasn't. And I liked their stuff and everything. And then they just dropped me with no discussion. So I was like, you know what? This is okay. They just couldn't handle it.
Right.
So I was like, this is fine, because I was already concerned because they were making, and like people were writing me going, it's taking a while for them to ship because they were literally making the shirts. So Redbubble, where I have my stuff now, it's on demand. So, and I could put it on 50 products or just one product, like I can get it on everything. So as soon as I have the drawing, the PNG, I just put it on there, and then I pick out what I want it on and arrange it where, it fits the item or whatever. It takes a little bit of time, but it's so much better, because then people, I can do stickers, I can do t-shirts, I can do mouse pad, like I can do bags or whatever,
Wait, mouse
so
pad? I can get a mouse pad with your face on it.
not with my face on it,
going
but
on my Christmas list. Yes, I want a mouse pad with your face on it.
have you seen my bus driver caricature merch?
I don't know. I have the mug from
From
bus
the
driver from
previous.
before.
That was the
Yes.
previous. No, I have a new one.
You do?
Yes, I had a caricature artist drew a caricature, and it looks just like me. You haven't seen it?
No, girl, I'm OG, man. I'm an old school. I'm original gangsta Tammy Defoe.
I know, but I put it out like a month ago.
Breathe, Monica, breathe.
I'm
trying.
show you. I'm going to show you.
I can't help
So
it. She's
I have
too
a
funny.
bunch of merch with the bus driver joke on it. Hold on. That's better, because the one they did, that was just a stock. They put the Angry Bird sunglasses on me on it, but it was just a stock thing they had that really didn't look anything like me. This caricature artist he watched the videos and did an actual caricature of me. So hold on just a second, and I'm going to find it.
Cool.
So I show it to you, so I can show it to you since you haven't seen it. Hold on.
No, I would love to see it. Hey, Lisa, you were asking, where am I from? Okay, so I was originally born. I was born in Southern California, and that's where I grew up. And I lived all over Southern California. I even went to college in Southern California. But then I have lived in Arizona, Texas, Missouri, Utah, Iowa, Pennsylvania.
Arizona.
I said Arizona.
Texas.
I said Texas.
Utah.
I said Utah.
Iowa.
Did I say Iowa? Oh my gosh, it does look like you, dude.
It says he's okay. I promise. He drew it.
Promise. That is hysterical.
And then look at it says crack where I run into him at his heel, and then it knocks his teeth out.
Oh my gosh. I am so scared. Okay, so look, this is what I don't understand. Okay. You put your stuff out there where you may or may not be causing harm to your ex-husband, or any of that stuff. I put a video out with 3 little ladies singing a Christmas carol
about the C word.
They uses the C word, but look, they have a British accent. They're singing it like,
well, that's how they see that. That's a word that doesn't mean it is. It doesn't. It's like in the States, it's a really bad word, the C word. In the UK, it's kind of like a dimwit or a, jerk.
Yes,
like they don't.
Exactly,
it's not as nasty as it is in the States for them when they say it.
And that's what I was saying, a dimwit or a jerk. But oh, Chris, I'll answer that in just a second. Remind me of that. In Arizona, I lived all over. But so I put this up, right? And I am having the video play, and suddenly they take the video off and they put me in Facebook jail for 3 days. Here's the other thing. This is not the first time this has happened to me. It's the second time this has happened to me. Here's the kicker. That video was a repost of one that I had put on before. The first one is still on.
Which is so And then what's hilarious too is you do that, and I'm over here implying that I hit my ex with a bus, wouldn't put him out if he was on fire, would run over him with a 4x4 truck several times, and that his body was found in a rock quarry, which wasn't where I put him, and so I was surprised. And so I was quite surprised when they found him there because that's not where I put him. And then that he is currently living in my basement with my other exes, getting a turn at the little window if they do as I say. And yet I don't get in Facebook jail, but you just do a thing where these little old ladies are singing about the C word and you're in jail for 3 days.
3 days.
That's the
I'm in jail for 3
irony.
days. And that actually brings up a point. Okay, and while we're talking about this, I will never ever,
I have not watched
ever,
Wednesday yet. No, I'm answering some of their questions.
okay, I will never ever not be in communication again, because this is the one thing, when you're in Facebook jail, they don't give you an opportunity to say like, hey, I'm in Facebook jail, I'm out for 3 days. So like, like, this really bothered me because I know I could read everything, and people were like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm here. So here's the thing. I have a YouTube page, okay? It's Monica's Open House. I have an Instagram. It's Monica's Open House. I have a TikTok. It is Monica's Open House. And I also have another one called Monica Turner Realtor. So I'm going to put links on everything, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that, because that really bothered me. Like I
think you couldn't answer.
Yeah, I say good morning to a lot of people, and there are a lot of
and
people,
they're
and I'm not going to say
and they
names.
were dying those days that you weren't saying good morning to them.
They weren't dying, but I believe me, I'm sure they did just fine.
Bad.
I'd like to think to myself that they missed me. So,
I'm one of them, so I'm saying.
Oh, Tammy,
I was personally dying.
Were you personally dying? Well, okay, I definitely don't like that. So, like, for real, I will never allow that to happen again. So I have all of the platforms. You can reach me on all of them, and I'm always Monica's Open House, because the door's always open. I always have coffee on, and you never know who's going to be there. Right?
What are you drinking tonight? They're asking. I don't drink alcohol. Mine's Coke Zero.
Tammy does not drink alcohol. I am drinking tonight. This is Crown, or is this Liberty?
Liberty.
Okay, so this is the same thing that I had the other night. This is a local brewery, and this is their
Distillery.
Local distillery. This is their holiday brew, and it is whiskey and water, and it is their spiked whiskey, and it tastes like Christmas. It does. There's a lot of water in it. It's just a little bit of whiskey, because that's a little crazy.
See, and I don't drink alcohol, but Monica needs to be able to go live with me and to handle me.
Oh, not.
She's like, I need to be drunk to handle your weirdness. Oh, by the way, for those of you who saw the video that we made to announce that we were going to go live together, who are wondering about the deer feed, duct tape, and Vaseline situation, that was based on true events. So basically,
not with Tammy and I.
Okay, so where I came up with, let me tell the story.
Okay, you tell the story.
How I came up with that was, you know how you go to the 15 item or less aisle at the store or Walmart or somewhere, and you get a good sense of what that person's going to be doing or dealing with. Yeah. Like if they are, have it's a dude with piles of chocolate and tampons or something, the situation at home, or you see some woman and she's got like popcorn and chocolate and she's probably going to be watching whatever. So I'm in the line at Walmart, and this is exactly what the guy in front of me had on the conveyor belt, and that was duct tape, deer feed, and Vaseline. And the best part about it was I see it, the cashier sees it, and then her and I make eye contact over the top of it, like, Should we be calling? And then after he leaves, I go up there and I go, I feel like maybe we should be calling 911 possibly. Because I feel like something serious is going on here. Like, that's a weird combo of stuff, you know? Like, what? Like, okay. And like,
me ask you
let's
a
say he had duct tape and deer feet. I probably wouldn't think too much of it. It was the Vaseline that kind of threw it into a zone that I was
deer
like,
feed, like food?
the feed
Okay.
of a deer.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were saying deer feet
No,
or deer
feed.
feed. Okay, so
Where do you get
what?
deer feet at Walmart?
That's what I asked,
If
Tammy.
they
You
don't
live in
have
Texas.
it at Walmart, you don't need it.
If you
No,
don't have it at
that's
Walmart,
Amazon. Now I'm going to go freaking Google, can you buy deer feet at Walmart? How
you
did
buy
people
anything
think
at
I was
Walmart.
saying feet?
You can buy anything at Walmart.
Hey,
Sam says yes.
Tammy, I have a feeling you can do a whole bit just of your Google searches.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
that's what you should do.
For
That's
a while, I was writing, I was working on a show that was going to be kind of on the, and I'm not a horror movies person, but it was going to be a TV show that had some, and I actually had Googled, can a decorative katana cut through human bone? I did Google that. Well, I needed something that was handy to cut through human bone that they didn't bring with them. And so I was thinking, what could be in your house that might cut through human bone? Don't ever Google that.
What do you mean?
I'll tell
that
you why.
Needed to know that
Don't
stuff?
ever Google that.
Stop. What do you mean you needed to know something that cut through human bone, Jeffrey?
It was for this scene where the guy was going to cut through human bone easily with something. And so I needed to know what would be handy because I was thinking he wasn't going to bring something that was going to cut through human bone.
So you were doing this for a writing creative purpose.
Right. It was for a show, TV show that did never come out.
How long did it take before the FBI actually showed up?
They didn't.
Okay.
But here's what I want to tell you. Don't ever Google that. If you don't want to see things you don't want to see, because apparently there was this elderly couple that was home invaded somewhere in South America, and they were like in their 80s or something, and the old man had a decorative katana, and he cut one of the guys, and it went all the way through his jaw, and it was gross. So don't ever Google that if you or just don't look at the images.
Okay, I will do that, but I will tell you this.
But
don't ever.
It will cut through human bone. Some of them will.
There is a sporting goods store here in Pennsylvania called Dick's. And if you are
we have it here too.
Yes. If you are looking for sporting goods, do not Google that by name. I assure you. You have to actually get a new computer after that.
Yeah, we have a Dick's here too, and you're like, I need to see if I can find.
Like this shit.
You don't ever Google equipment you can find at Dick's or Dick's equipment. Don't Google that combination.
Jimmy,
you know how you get unsolicited dick pics? Well, you kind of accidentally unsolicited dick pic yourself when you do that Google search.
Wait, what?
So don't put Dick's sporting goods equipment, because you're gonna give yourself unsolicited dick pics yourself. Like, you won't even have to get them from.
Send them to me?
No.
Oh, I get so
it's the
many
images that are gonna come up when you put that in.
I get so many of those. Do you know that I actually had somebody message me one time with, Judy, you cracked me up right there, with pictures and a message that said, and I quote this exact thing, "You find me good wife."
Well, here's the thing that I feel about unsolicited dick pics. They're never that impressive.
No.
I'm like, at least if you're going to send me them, make me go, whoa, look at that thing.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Most of the time I'm going, is that all you got?
I'm actually
really?
going to tell you a true story here, Tammy. This is one that I do not tell many people, but I love you, and I'm going to tell you this story. This is
Why do I have a feeling
can't-
I'm not going to feel the love after you
I
tell
can't. I can't let me tell you the story.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't tell the
Is it
story.
about the picture I sent you?
No.
Oh.
Maybe I shouldn't tell the story.
I want to hear that story, please.
Oh, Jimmy don't need to send me any pictures. It's right here, live and in person.
You didn't get it live.
Right here, live and in person.
And it's unsolicited sometimes, probably.
Most of the time.
He comes out of the shower. Woo, woo,
I'm just here
woo,
reading my
unsolicited
Bible.
live. Okay.
I'm reading my Bible. I'm, doing the things I'm supposed to do, trying to, help the homeless and feed the poor. And Jimmy is here doing all of these unsolicited things. It's crazy.
All right.
Okay.
Tell me the story. Tell
All right,
me
I'm
the
gonna tell
story.
you
Because the audience is waiting.
You are a good girl, Tammy, and you probably aren't going to know who this name is. I can't believe I'm going to tell you the story. Okay, do you know who Ron Jeremy is?
Yes, everybody knows who Ron Jeremy is. My Lord.
Well, not everybody knew who Ron Jeremy was, Tammy.
Yeah.
So
he's probably the most famous porn star on the planet. You have to be under a rock to not know who Ron Jeremy is.
So I was living under a rock in like 1995, and I worked for this is like at the time of like video stores, like this is like, Blockbuster, like, and I worked for a video distributor. No, I didn't sell those kind of movies. Okay. But I was at the video show where there were all the distributors. Come on, man. I sold regular movies. Come on, give me a break. And but I was at this show, and guess who was there?
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy. And so I, being, the rock dweller that I am, everybody in my booth was like, oh my gosh, that's Ron Jeremy. Oh my gosh, that's Ron Jeremy. Oh my gosh, that's Ron Jeremy. And I'm like, who's Ron Jeremy? And they're like, he's the I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But this is what they said. And this is what I did. And it was in my 20s. And I'm so sorry. So they said, he's the guy who has like the biggest, thing. I mean, I just get out of Facebook jail. I can't
with a face that ugly, you kind of have to have something else going on.
Right. I mean, okay. So anyway, so they said he's got this large appendage. Okay.
He's got this large appendage.
I'm just getting out of Facebook jail, Tammy. So he has a large appendage. So I was like,
it wasn't an arm.
You have no idea. I'm about to tell you. So, okay. So I don't know if you've ever we're not even going to go into that. Okay. So that night, it's really late at night. And I'm in a show and I'm like drinking. And it's like at that point in the night where you're kind of like, do I stay up all night or do I like just go to bed and sleep for like 2 hours and then like go back to the show? And I'm like, I'm going to power through. I'm going to just stay up all night because I am a soldier and I'm going to do that because that was the worst mistake ever. But anyway, so this is the decision I made and I stuck with it. And so I'm at the casino and I'm playing on the slot machines and I look over and there is Ron Jeremy with these two absolutely beautiful women. And he sits down at a table, which now that I know Ron Jeremy is very weird. But anyway, back to this. So I look over at my friend Chris and I've been, I may have been a bit inebriated. And I said, oh my gosh, there's Ron Jeremy. And he said, yeah. And I said, I'm going to go ask him how big it is.
No, you did not.
Oh, you bet I did. Oh, Tammy, come on. 20 years old? I was like 25. I wasn't 20. I was like 25. Believe me. So in all of my 25-year-old attitude of like, I'm so cool. Oh, Chris, you're gonna Google him. You're gonna love this. I walked over to him at this table and I put my hands on this table and lean over. I've been drinking for hours. And I say in my 25-year-old attitude, hi, my name is Monica and I have no idea who you are, but everybody at my booth knows who you are. And they say you have the biggest appendage in the entire world. So my question is, how big is it really? He stood up and he said, well, he unbuttoned his pants, and Tammy, he dropped his pants and he rolled it out like a fire hose, and it hit the bottom of his knee. And he said, what do you think?
Knee. The way you said knee was awesome.
It was disgusting. It was disgusting. It was like a fire hose of absolutely no way not. No, 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 no. Stop sign of octagon shape and bright red. No. And I was like, and he said, well, and I said, that is the biggest appendage I have ever seen in my life. And he said, that's not the first time I've heard that. And he pulled his breeches back up and he said, I'm sorry, honey, what is your name? And I said, my name is Monica. And he said, okay, you know, that's so funny, right? Right? Okay, let's go back to, I was under a rock, right? I so wish this is where the story ended. I so wish this is where the story ended. But it's not. It's not. So here we go. The next day, I now have had a day of being up all night, having had this encounter with Ron Jeremy. I've had a lot of cocktails. I've had 17 million glasses of caffeine. I don't even know what time it is. I'm probably sweating at this point on the floor. Like, here we go. I almost said real estate. I'm selling videos. It's great. And Ron Jeremy walks by, and guess what he does? Hey, Monica, how are you? So good. I wasn't sure I was going to see you again after last night. So good to see you this morning. Mwah.
It would have only been better if he would have said, and I can't believe you're walking straight.
30 years, nobody said that to me, Tammy. 30 years, nobody has said that to me. 25, whatever. Cheers.
I'm
That's
so
amazing.
happy that you're so happy that you're able to walk upright. I didn't think you were going to be able to.
I didn't think you'd make it. Girl. Kudos to you. I'll see you later. Here's the best part. Because again, the story continues. I worked in this industry for like 5 or 6 years, and I was very good. I mean, I sold a lot of videos to people, and I went to the East Coast Video Show, and I went to the VSDA, which was the Video Software Dealers Association in Vegas. Like, I went to a lot of these shows. Anyway, so guess what Ron Jeremy's did? After he like retired from being a star himself, the talent, he became a producer. And guess what he produced? Uncut with John Wayne Bobbitt. So I'm in Vegas. I'm in of all things, I'm in the Trump Towers in Atlantic City in Vegas, and I'm playing on the slot machines. And Ron Jeremy walks up. And no, I'm so sorry. John Wayne Bobbitt.
And you accidentally grabbed his, you know what, thinking it was the stick from the slot. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. He starts hitting on me. And I was like, I have no interest in you. Because, like, I saw it. It's not interesting. And then he starts being mean to me.
It sounded
This is John Wayne Bobbitt.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, John Wayne Bobbitt is like, no. Ron Jeremy, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't touch him with your 10-foot pole. Because
the story got a little convoluted.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Timmy's is 10 foot?
Was hitting on you in Trump Towers.
I mean, we're married. We've been married, happily married for 23 years. What the heck do you think? So yes, I was in Trump Towers, and John Wayne Bobbitt walked up to me and started hitting on me. I had no interest in him. I was very vocal about this, as I'm sure you can probably imagine. And then he started getting very vocal about how he didn't want me there. And then Ron Jeremy walked up. I haven't seen him in a year, probably. And he walks up and he's like, Monica. He puts his arm around me. He's like, how are you? He's like, John, do you know my friend Monica? Like, this is his producer, you know? So then he was like, ooh, Okay. So I felt justified anyway. It was amazing. And
Okay, so
I've
John
never-
Bobbitt hit on you and you didn't want that, and then Ron Jeremy kind of came up and because John Wayne Bobbitt or whatever the hell his name is was trying to get you like get kicked out or
see
something
his
because you
bobbin.
weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See
And
his little
so
bobbin.
then Ron Jeremy's like, how about no?
Yeah.
This is
Fire
my
hose was
girl. This is
Yeah,
my
Fire
girl.
Hose was like, if she doesn't want this, buddy, she doesn't want that. So no, it's not gonna happen. So anyway, he is actually a very, very, very nice man. To be honest with you, he's also the cheapest man I've ever met my entire life. He will. I see him in airports a lot. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with him. I think he might be in jail right now.
Yeah, he's in jail. Right now.
He's in jail. So, you know,
For what?
He got me too'd.
Oh, he probably did
Oh.
something that,
Well,
you know.
I
I
mean,
mean, he dropped his pants in Vegas.
In the middle of a casino.
how
I'm
could he
sure
not
somebody
be?
would find something
Probably.
wrong with that.
But here's my thing, and it's not that I'm okay with women being sexually harassed or anything like that, but he's in porn. Like, isn't that kind of
I
part
think-
of the
I think
shtick?
to say he's
No
in
pun intended.
porn would, yeah, I mean, I think to say he's in porn might be a little bit of insulting. Like, he's like Mr. Porn. He's like,
Yeah.
Mr. with a capital
He's the-
M and a capital P.
He really is the most famous porn star of all time. Like, I know a lot of people didn't know who he was, but I mean, most people, I guess of a certain age, you know, will have heard of him.
I had
Like, most of the time,
never-
you say, do you know who Ron Jeremy is? Even if you're like the nicest person that's never watched it, you've heard that
the
name.
name. He's infamous. The name is infamous.
Right.
Even, and it's
And it's
then I will tell you
associated with it,
Right.
you know,
And I will tell you
associated
this,
with
he was
porn.
also on a television show that was very, very famous called The Surreal Life. That was a reality show. And he
Right.
was not, you know, he was very respectful. And guess who
Actually-
he became friends with?
Actually, a lot of people say that he's like a really nice guy, like a
Oh,
real
he's very
down-to-earth
nice.
guy. Yeah.
He's very nice. He's very respectful. I know that sounds very weird. He's, you know, because that's not the way he is. But he became
Right,
very
so
good friends with Tammy
she-
Baker. He
What?
yeah! He became very good friends with Tammy Faye Baker.
That's hilarious.
And when she was sick, because she was on the same show as him, and when she was sick, he was one of the people that like went and like sat with her and like was there with
Aw.
her. Isn't that
That's so
interesting?
Sweet.
He's-
Yeah, that's very interesting.
He's a very, very nice man. Cheaper than you will ever believe. He doesn't even own luggage. He travels with garbage bags. Not a joke. Which, you know, when you think about it, not only do you have to like ruin the garbage bag and it's like destroying the environment, I think probably because, you know, everything destroys the environment, but like you have to buy them over and over and over again. Yeah, on this Surreal Life, John. Right, on this Surreal Life. Yeah, they were on the Surreal Life together. It was
By the way,
crazy.
John is we have a John Tabor. We have a celebrity amongst us. He's Santa Claus. Literally, he's Santa Claus during this time of year. His last appearance as Santa Claus was yesterday, I believe. So we have Santa Claus in the house. He goes by John the rest of the year, John Tabor.
Santa?
Yeah.
Have I?
Well, I
Which
think
list?
after this live, we're probably on the naughty list. We're probably 100% on the naughty list, I think, probably.
Is he a Saint Nick or a Billy Bob Thornton style?
So I'm trying to get on the nice list. Stop it. So
How did that ship sail?
That story that she just told about Ron Jeremy was 100% made up.
oh
She did-
yes, no,
she never
that was all. I
really
made it up.
saw
I
his-
made it up,
his-
Santa.
His Prius. She didn't see his
I didn't
Prius.
see his Prius.
She didn't
I mean, it
see
was
his
like a
giant
fire
Prius.
hose. Tammy, it was like he unrolled it like
I was
a
trying
roll
to
of toilet
help
paper.
you.
like Santa's list.
Now you're
Yeah,
just
roll-
admitting
no,
it.
I'm sorry.
Was it like one of those New Year's Eve Noise Makers?
Like, woo, woo,
No,
no.
blowing it and it unrolls.
like a noisemaker, like it unrolled, but it didn't like
I
come back.
kind of
Yeah, like,
am jealous. You want to know why? Because all the Priuses I've seen weren't famous.
Yeah, somebody should follow him around.
oh my gosh, I've seen a famous one.
Somebody should follow him around with
I
a.
never thought about that. Have I seen any other famous ones?
I don't know, mine. Somebody should.
You are a legend in our closet.
Somebody should follow him around with a slide whistle.
I'm calling it a Prius so that we don't get whatevered, like banned.
I got jailed. You won't get jailed, Tammy, because you've never gotten in trouble for anything you've ever done. I, however, have gotten in jail. I've been in trouble.
I'm surprised though because I do.
What happens? Like jingle Santa's bells. Yeah, get away Christmas. Oh, Shelly. I wouldn't have read that out loud had I realized what it said. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Anyway, so as you were saying,
helicopter.
this drink may be a little bit stronger than the other ones.
You know, that's what's really funny is people all the time are like, wait, you don't drink alcohol or do any kind of drugs and you're like this? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. Can you imagine me like hopped up on some alcohol and some drugs?
Wait a minute.
I don't know if anybody
John.
can handle it.
Oh, gosh. Could you imagine, Tammy? Hold on a second. We're going to talk about that because that would be funny. I mean, not that I'm at all encouraging that, but let's just picture that in our heads. John, did you send a couple of seconds? You know I have a 10-year-old, right? And my 10-year-old is very, very aware of the fact that you are not the real Santa, that the real Santa doesn't do that kind of stuff at this time of year, but that he's in the Macy's Day Parade, he does his thing on that day, and then he goes back. But do you have a way to like send her any picture? Like you sent me some pictures. I would love it if you could, I don't know, send somebody that says Liz, just Liz on it so I could show it to her because she'd love it. And she's aware that you're not the real Santa because, like I said, but she'd love it anyway.
That would be great.
Yes.
If John would do that.
Yes, he said he would, or he said that he did. So I appreciate that. Yeah, Monica's going back to Facebook jail. Totally. I totally am. I mean, it happens a lot. I don't know why.
All right. Okay, you guys, we're going to solicit questions. So, guys, ask us questions in the chat, and we have to answer them honestly and off the top of our head. And you can ask us anything, but try to keep it clean. I know that sounds a little late, little too late at this point because we've talked about the most famous porn star in the world and unsolicited dick pics and the C word, and probably can't clean this mess up, but let's try to keep the questions clean.
I'm so sorry.
And
that's just kind of a regular deal with me.
Let's do
That's
it. Let's
why I'm in
see.
jail a lot.
Where are you guys from? That's boring. Are you both married? That's boring. Favorite kind
Monica
of
is
car to be passed by?
Kidding.
Favorite kind of car to be passed by?
I don't know.
What?
Jill, I am married. I've been with my husband for 23 years. I met him when I was 27. I saw him from across the bar. I said, that's the man I'm going to make. Well, actually, what did I say? Oh, that belongs to me and I'm going to go get it. And I did. And we've been together ever since. Truly.
So she answered your boring question. I'm not going to.
I think maybe you missed the part where she's trying to hit her husband with a bus. I mean, her ex-husband. I mean,
Where's your ex really at?
I have a question for you, Tammy.
Good question.
Did you or did you not receive a Christmas card from your ex?
No, but he's just not a Christmas card kind of guy. So that was, yeah. So I'm not like, and also, I mean, I would have to let him out of the basement to mail it.
Yeah. Right. I was
And then-
actually thinking he would just slide it under the door. Is there enough room for him to get it in there?
Well, I can't let him have crayons anymore. He tried to skate using a crayon.
Oh, we carved it again. I'm sorry.
Made a shiv.
There you go.
Yeah.
Autumn asked, what do we do for a living? I am a full-time realtor. I'm an honest, true realtor. I do the whole 9 yards. I just sold a property the other day. So Jimmy and I actually are realtors together. I know. We are very boring. We do everything together. 23 years ago, we were like, yes. And we literally spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week together. And we like each other.
And I am actually a famous Spanish star who sings and plays named Pedro. Hello.
Pedro,
And I am very in love with Tammy. And I cannot wait to kiss her under the camel toe this Christmas. And
what?
The camel toe. Am I not saying that correctly?
Pedro. It's a
Am I not saying that right?
No, you're not saying that right. It's mistletoe, not camel toe. Different.
Mistletoe.
If you want to,
that sounds dangerous.
Camel toe, it's a totally different.
That sounds like a weapon of mass destruction.
But it's been approved.
Although I believe a camel toe might also be a weapon of mass destruction. No, yes. I meant I want to kiss her under some lady's jeggings. That's what I want to do.
I seriously had to think about that. Did you see that? I went, under the jeggings. Oh, I get it. Naughty. Hey, I don't want to hear anything about the Ron Jeremy stuff with you kissing underneath the jeggings. Holy moly. Hi, Tiffany. How are you? Hey, Ann, how are you? Hi, Kristen. I know. Could you believe that she's
We will be making out under some woman's jeggings this Christmas while she sings Christmas carols.
Oh, she thinks Christmas carols underneath the jeggings and camel toe. Oh my gosh, you are too much. Oh my gosh. All right, so hey,
there might be a little bit of a language barrier there. Whatever. I think maybe a little.
Whatever. Okay, if you want to ask questions, let's ask some questions. Let's get serious here. How did you get involved in this whole thing? You are very funny. You do comedy. You do stand-up comedy. You write all kinds of comedy for all kinds of people. You do jokes for people. You do all kinds of stuff. So if we're going to get serious and we're going to ask questions, how did you get involved in this? When did this start?
At birth, basically. I came out and
oh man, that was
I immediately told a joke.
Oh my God, I got it. Wow, my nose. Okay. So
I immediately told a joke about my experience coming through the vaginal canal. My mom didn't find it very funny, but the doctor did, apparently. And anyway, from that on, that point on, I've been doing stand-up comedy off and on for about 35 years. 30, I started in 89. Okay. So how many years? 33 years, almost 34 years. And and I was discovered by accident that I was in the military, and a comedian came to the base to perform for us, and his agent and manager were there with him and just heard me making my friends laugh and asked me if I thought about doing stand-up. So I did it while I was in the military, and then kind of didn't do it after the military, and then I just started getting back into it in the last few years. So.
Okay. So, I'm going to back up here because somebody just asked a question. How do you stay positive during tough times? Do you want to answer that? Or do you want me to
go first?
Okay.
You go first.
Okay. Look, when you are in tough times, you have to make a conscious decision to stay positive, because everybody goes through tough times. They suck. That's why they're called tough. They're not fun. You have to make a conscious decision that you are going to stay positive and you need to get through it. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but like once you actually make that decision and you really kind of look at it in a different way, you really, okay. I made a conscious decision January 1st, 2022, that I was going to be positive all year long, every single day, no matter what happened. And guess what happened in the first month of January? I broke my wrist like the next week. I broke my wrist in 2 places. I've never broken a bone in my entire life. And I could have at that point been like, oh my gosh, it's awful. I can't believe this. I've never broken a bone. No, 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 no. And I could have gone off on that tangent. But I had said, I'm going to stay positive this year, no matter what the situation is. Okay, so I know that there's like stuff that you can't be positive about. I mean, if somebody passes away, you're not gonna be positive about it. But I made a conscious decision and I said, okay, it could have been so much worse. Look, I didn't need surgery. All I needed was cool casts. I could pick my color, blah, 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 blah. So that's how I made a conscious decision and did it, fulfilled it, moved through it, and it ended up actually not being a big deal. Inconvenient, yeah, but not a big deal.
Okay.
So that's how I did it.
That's great. I run over my ex with a bus. That's how I stay. Makes me feel better immediately. 2 different ways, both ways. You can pick which way you want to try. You can do her like real positivity crap, you know, like putting in the positive stuff and putting that out, or you can run your ex over with things. Either way, both work great.
And we're singing. Hi, Kelly from Buffalo. We're singing on the
I love the look on your face. You were like,
running over life's bumps on the bus. There you go. Hey, my friend Amanda just walked in. Look, everybody want to say hi to Amanda? And her daughter. Annabelle, want to say, hold on. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. They just walked in. My mother, so check this out. My mother conned Annabelle into taking her into West Virginia to go to my great-grandparents' grave. So my mother has been with Annabelle all day. You're driving to West Virginia to go to the grave.
We got
to
lost.
drive home. Of course you did.
Once.
You got lost.
Once.
This is in the middle of nowhere.
We asked the post.
So yes, Amanda has a drink now, and there you go.
Was that yours or hers?
Tammy's ex got run over by a reindeer. Walking home from our house Christmas Eve. It was not exactly a reindeer. It was Tammy driving a bus, we believe.
We didn't sing.
They're playing along.
That's the
too.
name of my bus. My bus is, I named my bus Reindeer. Tammy's ex got run over by a reindeer. Walking home from his house Christmas Eve.
You named your bus Reindeer because it runs over people.
It's my ex. I don't run over other people. Why would I want to do that?
I love you so much.
Anyway,
This
he
a true
is
story.
alive, I promise.
This is a true story, Tammy.
And
You're
living
gonna
in
love
my
this.
basement, receiving 3 meals a day. I
Is there room and
sometimes
board?
let him out to color so he could make a Christmas card. But then I hollered at him when he tried to get out of the window to the yard.
Oh,
So
wait,
I
wait,
had
wait.
to go get that reindeer and run after him so fast. But I did not hit him a second time because I forgot to put in some gas. Oh, sing it with me. Tammy's ex got run over by reindeer. Walking home from his house Christmas Eve. You may say there's no such thing as Tammy driving a bus and running over her exes, we believe.
We believe.
Country road.
Country roads.
Beep, beep. Somebody said beep.
Oh, boy. boy. Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
He's
Killed me. Absolutely
he's
killed me.
still alive. I promise.
promise.
I promise.
I promise. Oh, you take your receipt. There you go.
I even signed his cast and everything. I was generous.
Now, when you apply for new jobs, do you have to report that on your resume?
I just because I never last more than a day or two because of my shenanigans, I just don't even bother.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's not
So
like you can look it up.
my resume it says I'm a freelancer.
Ooh.
That
that
covers
would be
everything.
good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it just says I'm a freelancer. I've been a freelancer, and they're like, "What do you freelance do?" Well, just whatever.
Well, that's what a freelancer does, right? They freelance.
They freelance.
Sure.
They do whatever.
You know, it might be I might, write some comedy for someone or write an article, or I might, go clean somebody's house. I might, run over their ex with the bus. It depends on how much you pay me. But anyway,
Well, Tommy wanted to
I
know
just
what your rates
freelance.
were.
Um, I do it on a
We'll talk
sliding
about that in
scale.
private message. I'm already in Facebook jail. What are you people thinking? I'm already in good mad Facebook jail, man. Grab your
Okay,
own panties and we'll talk later.
What's the next question?
Next question. Come on.
No, I do not let my ex out of the. Why would I let him out of the basement for Christmas?
That's funny.
He's got everything he needs down there.
I mean,
And
it's
all
not like what
my
did you say?
exes are down there, so they have each other.
What do
Okay,
you land?
so ask us another question.
Let's all go out for New Year's. I don't go out for New Year's, but I will tell you what I'm doing for New Year's. I'm going live on Facebook. And guess what we're doing?
Oh my gosh. Jello shot?
No, not even. We are making Dolly Parton cake. Yeah, you're like,
That
what?
sounds great.
Yeah, no, for real. There's Dolly Parton cake from Dunkin'. And Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus are hosting like a New Year's ball drop or whatever, I don't know, who are tired so that they're doing it. But anyway, they're doing the New Year's ball drop and I'm going to do a cake from Dolly Parton and then like mix it together, like kind of thing.
Cherry's like, I can afford the gas for the bus if you need it.
Melody's like, we may have to talk after this live, Tammy.
Dolly Parton cake. Okay,
Hey,
next
Tammy.
question.
Oh, you're still wet.
You want us to do a show in Kentucky? We don't go on the road. You can have us in Kentucky anytime.
I will be probably starting to tour next spring.
Oh my gosh, are you really?
Yeah, I'm going to hit every state.
Are you going to come to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, every single state.
That would be part of Pennsylvania. I mean, Pennsylvania is a state. That would work. Well, where are you going to come to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. I'll come.
Oh my gosh.
I'm planning on hitting every single state. Well, obviously, I'm going to get an RV, and then I would plan on hitting every single state except for Hawaii. That'd be a little tough to RV to Hawaii, probably.
I mean, you could get a boat.
You know what I was thinking? Wouldn't that be cool if you could like it be like a really long ferry, obviously, but like you could put your RV on there and like cruise across, and then you'd have your house on wheels for when you're on. I think that'd be super cool.
Yeah, you can do that. You totally can do that.
To Hawaii?
Yeah, totally. It's called cargo. It's called shipping yourself to Hawaii. You put yourself on a cargo.
Yeah, and then after I tour the U.S., then I will go I'll hit Canada.
Okay, look, there are two. If you're going to tour the United States, in all seriousness, there are two places that you need to come and go, and I want to go to. Okay, number one,
I'll pick you up when I
Pittsburgh.
make it to Pennsylvania. I'll pick you up in my RV, and I'll take you on part of the tour with me.
Yes, I've never done anything on stage like that. That'd be fun.
That's what we do.
I'm not that funny.
Are you kidding? Did you just hear yourself?
No, I'm not that funny. I'm not kidding. I know funny. I know lots of funny. I know you're funny. Make the stand up and be like, OMG, folks. Here she is, Tammy Defoe. She is so awesome. She knows how to do all kinds of things. She can write limericks. She can hit X's with her bus. She can DoorDash. She can put stuff in her hair and make herself glow like the top of the Chrysler building. She can make little hands play a guitar like you have never seen before. Eddie Van Halen would have been jealous of her little hands. She has all kinds of talent. Here she is, Tammy Defoe. I could introduce you like that.
That'd be great.
Okay, I can do that. Are you going to get reindeers on the side of your RV? I mean, I know it's not a bus, but like you could do the RV.
I'm going to make
reindeer RV.
my RV actually as inconspicuous as possible because I'm going to obviously be living in it. So I'm probably going to try to keep it inconspicuous. Just because I'm thinking of for safety purposes, you know, like I don't want everybody knowing that's me in there. Could you imagine me
Okay.
trying to be at an RV park or something and everybody knows what my RV looks like and then I'm just, you know, screwed. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be
So
careful.
me
I'm
already
going to not let anybody know what the outside of that sucker looks like.
So me already mentally preparing the wrap for your RV is probably not a good idea.
Do you know how many people are like, you should have it like Tammy D comedy blow? I'm like, no, I'm going to try to make it as inconspicuous as possible because I'm going to be living in that thing.
Look,
So,
I think what you should do is just wrap it as if it were a bus with like your logos and stuff like that on it, make it like that. And then just get your license plate that says it's not me. It's fine. Nobody's going to know.
Just a fan. Just a fan. Camo.
Just a fan. Just a fan. Everybody will understand.
You know,
I think
what I'm going to get. You know what I'm going to get your husband for Christmas? I'm going to get him some camo underwear so you don't see him coming.
Well, you have to pass this mini bridge. With the covered bridge or when there's an open bridge. So it's like just turn. Inquiry reminds me of a mini bridge.
Tammy!
Somebody said camo. That's an old joke that I told a long time ago.
Tammy, that's not like you.
I know, but
I thought you were going to
too
do
funny
stick and
to
balls.
too funny. Somebody
Stick and
said that's
balls,
jail
like in
worthy.
golf course.
Des just said that's jail worthy. Jail worthy. Oh man.
I thought you were going to
I
say
try
that
to keep it
stick and
clean,
balls
but every
were-
once in a while those old dirty jokes come out.
Sometimes you're, yeah.
It's just like the
That's jail
joke.
worthy.
It's just like the joke I came up with that I ended up giving to another comedian because when I became a clean comic, because I had written this joke a long time ago of, okay, so I was driving down the road and I was behind this person and their bumper stickers said, "Watch out for the idiot behind me." And so, which I thought was funny because you're reading it, you're the idiot behind me. So I thought I did a joke about how I got a tramp stamp that said, "Watch out for the idiot behind me." Do, 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 do. Anyway, I gave that joke away to somebody else that was a dirty comic because I was like, I got to keep it clean.
Did your ex
No.
make you get that, or did you?
No,
get that
that's
in
when
honor
you
of your
get.
ex?
That's when you get for yourself, and then you just wait for them to respond. You go, wait a second.
If you could read this, get close.
I've always wanted one also like right above my boobs that said, if you can read, you know, like in tiny letters, that said, if you're reading this, you're taking too long, move south, you know, something like that.
It's like a bad word it says.
I've always wanted an elephant with a working trunk.
I kid you not. Okay, I'm about to tell you a Ron Jeremy level story. Okay.
You're gonna tell me Ron Jeremy level story.
Back before I reconnected with Jesus and I was kind of a slut. One of the guys I was with had tattooed and did not tell me ahead of time until I came face to face with it. His Prius was tattooed as a dragon.
Your dog. Like,
Did he breathe fire?
He breathed something,
are you not and your dog?
and I was the cave,
Are cool.
apparently.
The dog had.
And 40
So-
weeks later, he had a little dragon.
You want to talk about, you come face to face with that, and you are not prepared.
Oh, did you hear about the guy with the wife, Wendy?
Yes.
Where he
Welcome
had
to
his
Jamaica.
wife's
Have a
name
nice day.
tattooed? Yeah, then he went and found and he stand next to the guy in the bathroom and he was like, "Ah, your wife's named Wendy as well." And he's like, "No, mine says welcome to Jamaica, man. Have a nice day."
But yeah, like that's not even a joke though. I mean, seriously, and it was a very intricate, colorful
what?
dragon.
Wait, no. Wait, what? That's not a joke?
No,
That's not a joke?
no.
I'm
I just
dying.
said I
I'm
came
laughing
face to
over
face
here. Are
with
you
this.
kidding me?
He did no warning.
This man had a tattoo of a dragon and he
His-
just happened to mention,
Yes.
by the way, I have a fire-breathing dragon down here. You may want to prepare yourself.
No,
What?
that was part of the fun for him.
Well, I guess.
Was it fun for you?
Well, it
I mean, I
kind
know
of killed
Jesus is
the
listening,
mood,
but-
to be honest with you, because nobody was like wanting to come face to face with the dragon.
Look you in the eye. I hate it when it looks you in the eye.
Not as much as you hate it when it spits you in the eye.
Shut up, Jim.
I was
Not that
gonna
kind of-
save this live when you published it and put it on my page, but I don't think I'm going
I
to.
don't think you should do that, Tammy. I'm so sorry.
You know, my
sorry.
pastor and several of the people I go to church with follow me on there.
So sorry.
I'm just gonna
My
leave
husband
it on
is
your page.
inappropriate. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what it looked like and when you came eye to eye with it. I don't want to know.
And it was very intricate and colorful. And it had wings.
Okay, so now that you know you're not going to put it on your page, now you're like, my pastor's not going to see this. Monica's pastor's going to see this. So we're going to just put all the intricacies on it. And it's going to be just this way, right?
Hey, my pastor just follows me on Instagram.
Yeah, I know. Your pastor follows me too.
My youth pastor too.
Your youth pastor.
You know, come to
Todd,
think
how
of
are you?
it, I think he did kind of warn me. And now that I think about it, because his pickup line was, "Can I get in your cave?"
Okay, so here's
Now
my question.
It makes sense.
Here's my
Now it makes sense. I didn't get it at the time, but now I'm like,
So here's my question, Tammy.
now we're gonna Bilbo
Were you-
Baggins this.
Were you able to pull the sword out of the stone?
No, it doesn't. It's broken. What's dead?
No, but I did slay that dragon.
Mom. Tonight's top story.
Because
Everything.
your daughter is present. We're no longer talking about this.
No, I don't. No, we're not. No, we're not adding. No. Tammy and I are talking right now, honey.
Actually, we're going to change the subject since your daughter is within earshot now.
Yes, my daughter just came in and said, "Mommy, do you want to have a topic of everything is awful?"
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you, everything is awful. AW full.
Ready?
No,
That's a sound.
No, it's AWFUL.
Yeah,
There's no E.
Can't do
My
that.
friend
Fuel.
Amanda's like, no, it's AWEFUL. All full. It's all.
Aw, I'm in awe.
Exactly, Justin. Only King Arthur can take the sword out of the stone.
Okay,
I just
next
figured Tammy would be
question.
like King Arthur.
We need our next question.
Whoa. Okay, the next question. All right, Tammy. Where were you born?
I was born in a small town, the daughter of a sharecropper. Not really. I was born in a small town called Tulia, Texas. It's in the panhandle of Texas.
Oh my goodness.
near Gillies.
And
Have you
it's
ever
very
been anywhere
tiny.
but Texas?
except for when I was in the military. I lived in Germany during that time. So
Oh,
for
my father was in Germany during the military. Or during
for
well,
a little over 4 years, I lived in Germany. I was stationed at Ramstein Air Force Base. I was in the U.S. Air Force. I was an air traffic controller. I worked in the radar. I was in Desert Storm. So I'm a war vet, and I was also in Germany when the wall came down between East and West Germany.
oh, that's actually really cool.
I was
How
actually
was
at the
that?
celebration at the wall and sledged out my own piece of the wall whenever people were sledging holes into the wall for the people to come through, and
Yeah.
it was super cool.
Did you
Yeah.
did you like get a piece of it? Did you take it?
Yeah, I have a
Nope.
piece of fully engaged with asbestos. No, it does have probably asbestos. But anyway, I gave it to my son. We don't know where it is at this time, but I did get my own, sledge out my own piece.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah,
No, it's a
several,
cherished possession.
about four historical events happened while I was there. The first one was there were two tragic events. The first one was right after I got there, the air show, it was called Flutog. And they, the crowd, they didn't have the crowds away from the runway. We were fairly be able to close to the runway.
Mhm.
And I wasn't at the show because I was working, but basically these Italian Air Force guys would do this thing called the pierced heart, and so they'd make a heart.
Uh-huh.
Two of them would make a heart with like the smoke, and
With the
another
smoke,
one would
right.
go through with the smoke and pierce the heart. And this guy was off by like a very minuscule of a second or something. Hits one of those, throws it into the crowd, killed several people in the crowd, killed the pilot. It was horrible. So that happened right after I got there, within weeks of me getting there. And then Desert Storm, obviously, was a historical event. I was an air traffic controller. I got to control Air Force One when President Bush Sr. and Barbara decided to surprise the troops, and everything went through Ramstein. So I got to control Air Force One, and that was cool. And then and I got to meet the pilot. I got to sit in the cockpit of a MiG, a Russian MiG.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the reason was because this Russian MiG had this Russian, years and years ago, we have this museum in Germany that has all kinds of war things that we have collected, like tanks and guns and stuff from all the wars, and it's in Germany, and that the U.S. has collected over the years. Anyway, this Russian pilot defected in his MiG. So that's how we have possession of a Russian MiG. So I got to sit in the thing. I've gotten to ride in an F-16.
Mm-hmm. That's
I got
nice.
to do that. Yeah. And then another tragic historical event was only like the second C-5 crash. C-5s are the big, huge planes, and they were flying troops and supplies down, and they went through. And luckily this one only had supplies, no troops, because right after it took off, the engines went out on one side, dipped down, caught in the trees, flipped it over, killed the entire crew. So and it was only like the second C-5 crash in the history of C-5s, and which are the oldest like cargo planes. And then the wall between East and West Germany coming down. So I was a big, huge part of history.
That's very cool. I wasn't anything like that. I wasn't in the military. My father was in the military. My grandfather actually was in the military, not once but twice. He was in the Texas Cavalry, and then he was drafted for World War II.
Wow.
So that was a very interesting situation. But I was on the air on September 11th. On September 11th. I don't know if I think you know this. I was a radio personality for many years. And I was on the air on September 11th. I was on Eastern Standard Time. So we were living it in real time. And I was on the air in Iowa. And I was actually
We were in the Eastern State.
Were we not Eastern? Were we an hour
Central.
behind? We were in Central. Okay, so I'm sorry. So we were in Iowa at the time, and we heard that there was a plane that was heading towards Pittsburgh, which is where my husband's family is from. So we didn't know what the heck was going on. We didn't, we were scared to death. My husband actually was going to college at the time, and he was driving to school and heard it on the radio. Who were you listening to? Mad Dog? Who were you listening to?
Mad Dog, yeah.
Mad Dog
Out of
Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And he heard it, and he thought that Mad Dog was kidding. And he thought it was a joke, and he was like, that's not funny. And he turned it off and then was listening to CDs the rest of the way.
No, like,
Got to school and then found out what was going on, went home. I was on the air. I didn't see anything until that night. So all I did was hear until that night.
What happened with me was when the first plane hit, I was dropping my son off at school, so I always had the radio off during that time, so that because we would talk on the way to school.
Yeah.
And I, for whatever reason, didn't turn it on after I dropped him off, which I normally did. Got to work, and at that time I was a corporate travel agent, so you can imagine how nuts it was because everybody, it was crazy. So I came in and I was in the back office. Like I wasn't on the phones anymore. I was like, did stuff in the back office, kind of the back side of things. And it was all hands on deck because we were trying to get everybody, planes, trains, and automobiles to get them wherever they needed to go because of everything getting grounded. So, and then the second I went, one of my coworkers is like, something's going on. A plane hit the World Trade Center. Something's going on. Go in the break room and see what's going on, because they had a TV in there. And I was standing there with a few people that were already in the office because it was early. And we watched the second plane hit live.
Yes.
It was, and I'll never forget, one of my coworkers, she's no longer with us. She died of cancer a few years ago. Her face is like etched in my brain. And here's the thing. What people were saying, is it an air traffic accident? And I was an air traffic controller, and I knew there's no way in hell that a plane, that it was an air traffic accident. There's no way. I mean, because I know I was intricately worked in a radar, knew like instantly, no, this had to be on purpose, because there's no way, there's not even a chance that could happen with a jetliner.
The first thing that happened, I was in the shower getting ready to go to work, and our news guy, because I worked at a radio station, so I'm listening to the radio station, and our news guy broke in and said a plane had hit the World Trade Center, and I thought it was a little mini plane. And I thought, kind of a moron, can't see the World Trade Center. I was absolutely enthralled. Like, come on, give me a break. But there was something in his voice, and then I, was washing my hair, and I'm like, I don't know about this. I get out of the shower, and I like go in there, and I go in, and I'm starting to get ready. And it was just, something was weird. I turn on the television. They're like, they don't know what's going on, and people were weird. And I was like, I got to go to work. I got to go to work right now. And so I went in early, and by the time I got there, the second plane had hit. They had hit the Pentagon. And the first thing that happened when I got up the elevator and the elevator doors opened up is the receptionist was waiting there with my coffee. Kudos to Jason for still having my coffee. But he had my coffee there waiting for me. And he was like, we are at war. And I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean we're at war? And he's like, they hit the Pentagon. I was like, no, they hit the World Trade Center. He was like, no, they hit the Pentagon too. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, everybody trying to put all that together was crazy.
It was crazy.
How did we get on this subject?
Well, we were talking about, you were a part of historical things, and I was a part of that. So that's how I got on that. So the other thing that I was a historical part of is I, thank you very much, had a lot to do with the changing of the ending of the movie Pretty in Pink.
No.
Yes. Have you not heard this story?
No.
Oh, this is true. So I was a teenager in, the 80s, and Pretty in Pink was coming out, John Hughes film. And the original ending of the movie is that he doesn't get the girl. That's the original ending. And it is terrible. And they have a terrible time and they break up and then it's heartbreak. And everybody walked out of the theater. We were all pretty mad.
So you guys,
actually.
it was like a screening of it?
It was a screening of it. Yeah, I lived in Southern California and my dad worked at the studios. So I got a lot of pre-screening of stuff. And so like I got a pre-screening of Star Wars, I got a pre-screening of Pete the Dragon, I got a pre-screening of a lot of stuff. And that was one of the ones I got.
She got pre-screening for colon cancer. She got pre-screening.
Anyway, so that was one of the movies I got a pre-screening of, and we didn't like it. We didn't like it, and so
I wouldn't have liked that.
Shot the entire ending of that movie, and that is why that ending is done in silhouette, because they were both had their hair dyed for new movies.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I met Alfred Hitchcock when I was a little kid.
I've met Brad Pitt.
I went to high school with Brad. Well, I went to the same high school as Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I met him.
Brother.
I met him years and years ago, and then let's see, I've met.
Okay, let
over
me
the
ask you a
phone
question. You met him years ago? Like how many years ago?
when he was dating Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay. Did he smell, like, did you get close enough to smell him?
Yeah, he smelled really good.
Oh, he has terrible body odor.
He didn't have it when he was hanging out with us.
This is how lawsuits start.
Okay, in my opinion, no lawsuit needs to be happening. In my opinion, he has bad body odor. As a kid, in my opinion, he had bad body odor. In my opinion.
Well, he had good body odor whenever I smelled him. But I mean, I wasn't like sniffing his whole body or anything. Like, I met him.
I mean,
and hung out with him, but he didn't smell bad.
well, I knew his brother Matt. I mean, Matt and I were like in high school together, but and then he has a younger sister, and I actually think that his younger sister is the same age as I am, or maybe she's a year behind me. But like, I wasn't friends with her. I was friends with Matt. But then like his older brother was Brad, so I knew Brad, but it wasn't like we were like friends. But and then
Pam went to high school with Tom Hanks.
Pam, you went to high
That's
okay.
so cool.
I've heard a story about Tom Hanks. Let me ask you a question. Was he really the kid who was like, and you'll love this, Tammy, he was very religious and he was very like, come to my youth group. And he was always like, hey, come to my youth group on Friday and Saturday and Sundays. Was he really like that, Pam? Because he says that he was. You had a lengthy chat with Zsa Zsa
She said yes.
That's what he says.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what he says. He was always the kid who was like, come to my youth group. He always was and always has been, that guy. So
That's so cool.
he's a really cool guy from what I understand. All right, who went to high school with somebody famous? There's 7 degrees to everybody. We all know it. Tammy has 7 degrees to everybody. And he was nerdy, Pam. He was nerdy. I mean, come on, he's Tom Hanks.
It's 6 degrees.
6 degrees, 6 degrees, right? Or is it 7 degrees?
6 degrees
Okay.
of separation.
I went to high school. I went to the
6
same high school as Brad.
degrees of Kevin Bacon. Remember? Was that
Yeah.
that was freaking Mad About You.
Mad About You. Yes. That's a game. Like, I could play that game. I bet you we could pick anybody and we would be able to do it.
Well,
Pick
mine would
anybody.
be easy since I met Brad Pitt. That there wouldn't be very much of a stretch between Brad Pitt and Kevin Bacon.
Pick somebody. Pick somebody. What YouTube? What? Pick somebody random. Pick somebody now. Pick a star. We'll do 7 degrees. Pick a star, Annabelle.
And like any
Just
song?
any star. Any star you want to. Movie star.
Oh, a movie star.
Movie star. Pick a movie star.
Like an actual
Just
star.
pick a star.
Okay.
Come on.
Jack Black.
Jack Black. Okay. Jack Black was in the movie. See? Was it Rock of Ages? What was that movie that Jack Black was in? That it was the
School of Rock.
School of Rock. School of Rock. Okay, School of Rock. And then who else was in School of Rock? With Josh Blue, we need to do a 3-way live with Josh Blue. Who's Josh Blue?
He's a famous comedian that he got famous on. There was a TV show called Last Comic Standing. years ago, and then he did America's Got Talent too, and he did well on both. He's got cerebral palsy, and he's a comedian. He's hilarious. Ted Danson was in School of Rock.
No, I think they're saying like pick a star. Okay.
Oh, they were.
Okay.
Joan Cusack was in.
Joan Cusack was in School of Rock, though.
Okay.
Joan Cusack was also in. Let's see. Joan Cusack was in like everything. Joan Cusack was in like everything that John Cusack has ever been in. So let's see.
Gross Point Blank.
What?
Gross Point Blank.
Yeah, she was in Gross Point Blank.
With her brother.
With her brother, yes. Who else was in Gross Point Blank? So that's one. Okay, so we've got that was who was the first one? It was who did you say? Jack Black to Joan Cusack to Gross Point Blank. So who was in Gross Point Blank was John Cusack. John Cusack was in.
He's been in everything.
Everything.
Dan Aykroyd was in it. Minnie Driver was in it.
Okay. Hold on. Dan Aykroyd was in it.
Was the girlfriend, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was the
Jeremy
girlfriend.
Piven.
All right,
Hank
hold on.
Azaria.
Hold on a second. Stop.
I'm
So
just telling you.
I
there's a
know,
whole bunch of
I
choices.
know, but we're trying to get to Kevin Bacon, so we're trying to get 7. So we have to keep going. So Minnie Driver.
6.
It's 6. Dang it. Minnie Driver. Minnie Driver was in what's that movie with Matt Damon? Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon.
That is such
Okay, we're 6 degrees, right? Matt Damon was in.
What's the movie with the numbers where he's like the janitor that's like super smart?
That's Good Will Hunting. Okay, so Good Will Hunting. Matt Damon was in a movie with. It was Matt Damon in a movie with Keira Sedgwick. Anywhere.
Well,
I was thinking of the comedian.
Now think of somebody.
Minnie Driver.
Think of something that.
Minnie Driver was in the movie Sleepers with Kevin Bacon.
That's right.
Anyone.
So that was only 5.
It was 5.
He's in Jason Bourne too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Born Identity. Same thing.
Bingo. Anybody. The Nazi movie.
Inglorious Bastards.
Inglorious Bastards. Yeah.
Inglorious Bastards. There you go.
That's a great movie.
It's a Quentin
I can't believe you just pulled
Tarantino
that
flick.
out of your head. That was so good.
That's because
amazing.
I don't love the violence, the level of violence that Quentin Tarantino shows in his movies, but I love his movies.
Do you?
Like they're just really good. Django Unchained was really excellent. Inglorious Bastards was excellent. I don't like how much violence he shows, but the stories are really, really good. He writes them, so yeah, it's really, really good.
Don't necessarily like all of Quentin Tarantino's movies. Don't hate me. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying I'm not saying I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan, but what I'm saying is I don't like the level of violence in the movies and like the cussing and that kind of stuff because you know how I am. But I love the storytelling that he does is really good. Like this, if you strip away the violence and you strip away the cussy, the cussiness, the actual stories that he tells are actually very, very good and interesting. I think.
I agree with you.
It's like I don't dig how much violence there are in them and how much the level that he puts in them. But Pulp Fiction is his too.
I know.
And
I know. Pulp Fiction.
Iconic.
It's an excellent movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that is an iconic movie. There's so much that goes on in Pulp Fiction.
What was in the briefcase?
What was in the briefcase?
And Quentin says that he never reveals that because he just leaves it up to you. It's your own movie. He said that's how people can make it their own movie is I never reveal what's in the briefcase. You can just decide what you think it is. There wasn't anything. He didn't have a specific thing in mind. Like he said he didn't have anything specific in mind. He just decided to leave that a blank, like a mystery that people could figure it out themselves.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's the genius of like Alfred Hitchcock. You never actually saw any violence in Alfred Hitchcock movies. You just saw allure, the imagination.
It's creepy.
Exactly.
I think it's creepier that way.
100%.
Like you're just what's
The movie
left up
that-
to your imagination is even worse.
The movie that freaks me out that to this day I cannot watch, and even saying the name of it freaks me out, which is people are gonna go, what? What Lies Beneath?
Oh yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer,
Harrison Ford.
freaks me out. To
Very
this day.
creepy movie.
You know what gets
Yeah.
me?
But
Barney and Friends.
Barney,
Barney. Remember when Barney said like stupid?
The Birds was sort of violent, but it still wasn't as violent as most movies as far as what it showed.
the Birds was awful because it had birds in it, and that's what made it awful.
Did it?
Yes, the bird.
It had birds in it?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I know it's kind of a conundrum, but it actually had birds in it, and that is what made it awful. The car not starting, the violence.
I'm laughing at you so hard because you're like
It's the birds. It was the birds that did it.
You know what
And by
makes
the way,
the birds so
hate me.
scary? It's like that it has birds in it
Birds hate
because
me.
there's birds
Birds-
in the birds, and it
birds
was
hate
the
me.
birds were like birdie,
Yeah.
and they did birdie stuff, and then they were scary because they were birding. They were like super birdness.
Another story here. And this is probably my favorite Monica story because of, well, you'll see. It's the response that I just love.
What?
I wasn't gonna tell.
Oh, you got to tell the story. You can't.
shit.
You can't have birds come up and not tell the story.
It's a Monica story. It's gotta be good.
So I had a situation. No, the birds is what she said, but I love the burbs too. So I had a situation happen while I was in radio that I was at it was during 2000, it was during 1999 because we were giving away the Y2K bug. It was a VW bug, a car. We were giving away a car. And so it was super cute. And so we were at a car dealership, and they had a big thing out at the mall where they were selling cars at the mall. And it was a big sale. And there was a very windy day in Flagstaff, Arizona. And the wind blew this little birdie into the tent, and it blew the bird in, and it slid down, and it fell right in front of me. And I was like, oh my goodness, I am Snow White. The birds have come to me, little birdies. By the way, at this point, I was not scared of birds. I loved birds, and I thought I was Snow White. And so I was doing a live broadcast from the Joe Florek Volkswagen and Audi, which is probably defunct right now. But anyway, free plug. And so I was doing the broadcast from there, and I was talking to the person, Michael Reck, who was at the booth in my radio station, who should have realized what was going on, but didn't. And I told him, oh my gosh, this bird just flew in front of me, and it hit the tent. It fell in front of me, and it's just amazing. And I'm Snow White in this whole situation, and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, that's amazing. So now we're going live. We're doing the broadcast, and I'm like, hey, here we are, Joe Florek, Volkswagen and Audi out at the Flagstaff Mall, and we're giving away the Y2K bug, and we're doing all this stuff, right? And this is the moment that the bird decides it's going to make a break for freedom, and it flies up, and it gets hit by the wind. Does it go back into the tent? No, because I have stood up. And I am now the breaker in between the tent and the bird. And the bird hits me in the head hard, and takes me out. And I'm like, ah, as I fall to the side, drop the phone, pick it up, and send it. Of course, in radio, nobody knows what's going on unless you tell them, because they can't see you, of course. So you never break. No matter what's going on, right? Wrong. I did. I said, oh my God, this bird just hit me in the head, and it flew up, and it did this. And then I said the worst thing possible you could ever imagine. And I said, do they even do that? And then Mike Rack turned off the mic. And I'm now forever known in Flagstaff, Arizona, as the radio broadcaster who got hit in the head with a bird and said, do they even do that?
Could be worse.
They put it on the side of a bus, Tammy.
You could have been
They put it on the side of a bus.
You could have been the Palmia girl.
Oh God, I could have been the Palmia girl. Oh, I will tell you, I didn't do it as bad as Renee did. Renee, if you're watching this, I'm busting you. Renee, when she was in radio at my station, said, hey, we have a great event today. It's the Palmia event, and they've got all these llamas, and it's fabulous. And you can go feed the Palmias, and you can go pet the Palmias, and you can do all this stuff. And I was like, because I know exactly what this is, because I've read this PSA, public service announcement. I know what the Palmia event is. And I call her up and I say, Renee, can you please explain to me what a Palmia is? And she said, oh, no, I think it's a llama. And I said, can you spell that for me? And she says it's a POW, MIA. I'm not kidding you. She invited people to feed the Palmias, Tammy.
Oh my God.
She invited people to feed and pet the Palmias. Needless to say, the red phone rang and she had to get off the phone immediately. She was also the same person that she said she was really excited to be playing this Merle Haggard song. And she was excited and wondered if Merle Haggard was related to Merle.
Merle Haggard. Okay.
Again.
So I've got a similar story along the same lines. So
I can't wait to hear this one.
When you're an air traffic controller, you learn there's different positions in the radar that you do, like arrivals, departures, that kind of thing, finals. Each thing has their different job to do, and you pass the aircraft back and forth. But the very first job they have you do to get used to just talking to the pilots on the radio is clearing their flight plan. So even though they were starting off in Germany, you would say they were cleared to their whatever their final destination. So say it was San Antonio, you would say you're cleared to San Antonio.
Okay.
And then you would say via this like Paris and like the different beacons and things that they're going to hit or talk to, the different
So
radars that they're going to talk to along the way to their final destination. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just started out, and you're kind of nervous because you're talking for the first time on the radio and you're not, and interacting with the pilots. And so this guy was going, this crew was going to Bangor, Maine. And so I say, my Texas accent decided to rear its ugly head, and I say, you're cleared to Bangor. And the mic goes hot, and I can hear the entire crew laughing in the background, and he goes, I'm cleared to Bangor. Well, that's the best news I've had all day.
Tell me this is true. Tell me this is true. Tell me this is true. Tell me this is true.
100% true. First time I'm talking on the radio ever. And I tell him he's cleared to Bangor.
Hello, Janet.
And so then,
welcome to the show.
And
Congratulations. Tammy is cleared to Bangor.
he's like, thanks a lot. And so then, after he goes, he's flying, and after they leave the airspace, a lot of times when we're handing them off we say, go onto this radio frequency. So we usually handed them off to France. And so, just before he flips over the radio, he goes, tell that little lady from the South, I said, have her a nice day, y'all. He goes, I can't wait to Bangor tonight. Or get to Bangor. That's what he said. I can't wait to get to Bangor tonight.
Woo!
I never lived. I was there 4.5 years. I was at Ramstein, and I never lived that down. Never. It
Okay.
never went away. It
Well,
followed
just so
me the
you
entire
know,
time.
everybody here is very sure that I'm going to be put in jail again. And I am also pretty sure that I'm going to be put in jail. So congratulations to the pilot that finally made it to Bangor.
Why
And,
why did you think I wanted to do it on your page and not mine?
that makes a lot of
They
sense.
didn't have to go over fuck it to get the Bangor, did
Jimmy! Jimmy!
they? It's a city
Yes.
in Thailand or Vietnam or something.
I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail.
H-U-K-E-T.
Hey, can you make me cake with a I mean, not that I would do this in Facebook jail. Let me reiterate. If I go into Facebook jail again tonight, I'm always available on my YouTube page, my Instagram page, and my TikTok.
I'll make you a
Monica's
shank.
Open House.
Here, I'll put the link
I'll
to
make you a
Yeah.
shank out of my toothbrush.
Jimmy's gonna put a link right now because y'all are gonna have to just. I'm gonna put in jail. I'm gonna be put in jail. You're gonna make me a cake, right? I'm wearing orange.
No, I'm just gonna make you a shank out of my toothbrush.
I honestly think that I need to make my tagline "Orange is the new pink" because I'm obviously gonna be wearing it. I'm going to Facebook jail
Just
again.
say no. It's orange is the new Facebook.
Oh, I really actually like that.
Orange is a new Facebook.
I may actually steal that. Orange is the. Can I steal that, Tammy?
It's all yours.
Orange is the new Facebook. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna credit you, but I'm gonna steal that.
Once upon a time, Monica was in Facebook jail,
And Tammy sent
and
me a
she.
fire.
I have the wrong hands. I have the wrong hands the wrong way.
Look at the hands. I got the big hands and the little guitar. Orange is the new Facebook.
I just texted you.
Seriously, thank you. Seriously, that is for real. Why is that why I'm wearing an orange shirt? Get this. Orange is my favorite color, and I'm not even kidding. Orange is my favorite color. And that's has nothing to do what wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Was that Christy Crump? Christina Crump? Is that wait, why did I just turn on? Is that my Christy Crump? Wait, are you my Christy Crump from when I was young? Christy, is that you? Okay, if you're Christy Crump that lives across the street from me when I was little, I'm sure you've got some stories. No, not really. I was really very boring.
Orange is the new Facebook, according to Monica, who's going back to jail because she has violated your ear holes and parole.
I keep getting into trouble. Why do you get into trouble? Not that I'm complaining.
Because
Why don't you get into trouble?
Because I never get in trouble. You know why?
Yeah, no.
Because for
I want to know.
For some reason, I get away with things that nobody else does. Like, seriously, I should start a life of crime because I would be real good at it, because everybody's like, oh, it's just Tammy. She's so nice. And like, I will tell them straight up, like, I've done some horrible thing, and people will be like, oh, it's just you though. It's weird.
Nobody is going to be able to get in any fingerprints from you because you have small little hands. So you've got that going for you.
Also, I have these gloves that I got from this guy that committed heinous crimes just before I killed him and buried him in the desert. And basically, I just took his fingerprints off and I made gloves out of them so that when I commit crimes, it just looks like he escaped from jail and is on a spree. He's really been dead for months.
We might as well put the
I haven't in my spree. Yeah. I haven't killed anybody else in my spree because I'm not a monster. Just the one guy. But yeah. And I basically steal from the rich and give to the poor and stuff.
Hi, Sean. How are you? Sean is, by the way, our client. He actually knows that I'm a real estate agent, honestly. But I'm going to jail, just so you know. It's going to happen. You're gonna make me a cake, right?
No, I'm just gonna go.
Princess Bride.
What's it like to be in jail because of me on your live? Thank you for doing the time for both of us.
And that was the last live that Tammy and
I'm
Monica
sorry
did together.
that you're someone's bitch. I'm so sorry.
As long as you don't use the C word, we're good. Because
I'm
C words will get
sorry.
you put in jail.
I'm so sorry that you're someone's B word and
B-word.
C word.
And this is not going on Tammy's Facebook page. But I can assure you that this is still super fun. Speaking of which, Tammy's going live now. It is 9 o'clock. So I am going to sign out. And Tammy is going to. Are you going live now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably
I'm gonna
go
just,
pee first and then I'll go live. I've been drinking a lot of liquids.
You do you,
I
Tam.
don't even. You know what? I'm not even.
I'm not going to do myself. I don't have that kind of time. I'm just going to pee.
I know, Daylene. Tammy swore, and
He
she
said,
acts like
you do you.
she acts like she's so like, oh my goodness, but deep down inside, you know she's trouble. TROUBLE. That's Tammy. Ooh, ooh, that's Tammy. Yeah.
Deep down inside, if I'm lucky, and he's all he says he is. No, I'm sorry. What?
See you
I have such a thing to say right now. Oh my gosh.
Do it. Say it.
No.
Say it.
Okay.
What?
So anyway, Tammy is going to be going live again on her page. I would highly recommend that you both that you all both. There's two people on. You both go over and you say hi to Tammy, and you encourage her to continue this craziness that she has got going on right now. I don't know what to tell you. I think I bring out something in Tammy. It's a little bit dirty.
Come over
It's a little
to
bit
my
dirty.
page where we will be discussing a very serious subject. Tonight's topic will be quarter horses. Are they really good at playing quarters? And are you going to be drunk?
Look,
It's very serious. Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
Another
Jimmy,
good
why
one,
are
quarter
you
horses.
laughing? It's a serious subject.
Another serious
We're-
topic.
I'm going to
quarter
do an
horses.
investigative report.
How does a quarter of a horse run?
Not very fast because it's only like a quarter of it, like one leg. He's probably not really even running. He's probably just like hopping on his one leg. Yeah, it's just this one leg.
And now you wonder why his name is Hopper.
Is his
Dude, that
owner
just came to
Hopalong
me.
Cassidy?
It's like
That's
like magic.
Hopalong Cassidy is his
Peggy,
owner.
Tammy's page is Tammy Defoe, DEFOE. Tammy is amazing. And before we quit, Tammy and I are friends, obviously. Tammy and I have become friends through social media. The reason that Tammy is on Facebook is because I said to her, Tammy,
you will be a rock star. You need to go over there.
That's exactly right. And why did I say that to you, Tammy? Because I love you.
I love you too.
I really
honestly,
do. I love you.
I love you
really appreciate you so much. 2022 has taught me a couple of things. As we're like rounding out the end of the night, I'm going to tell you, 2022 has been very good to me. I don't know how it has been for you, but
it's been up and down.
I appreciate you so much. You have been such a bright light in my year, and I love you, and I so appreciate you. And
I'm getting teary-eyed.
I'm so glad that you have been such a large part of my 2022, and I look forward to 2023 being even bigger.
Me too.
Hey, I love you so much. Go pee. Go do your thing. And everybody.
Do you know how hard it is to wipe with these things?
You need to
It is so hard to wipe with these things. It's real hard.
So apparently it's also very hard with long nails. I'm just saying.
I don't understand how women that have those crazy nails do it.
I heard there's a stick.
No,
what?
you just do.
Yeah. No, no. I heard there's a stick. There's a stick that you wrap the toilet paper around and you reach over and do that. I heard that.
So you could wrap the nail up
You can wrap that
That's
nail up.
with like toilet paper.
We're getting off the phone now. Good night, Tammy. I love you. Have a good night. And
I'll be live in
just so everybody
about-
knows,
I'll be
I
live.
usually go live on Saturday night. Saturday night is obviously Christmas, Christmas Eve or whatever. I'm not going live on that night, but I will go live on Friday night. So
All right.
we're going to say hello on Friday night. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. I hope you have a wonderful day.
I'm going to go live
Please
at
go to-
8:15 my time, which is 9:15 Eastern time.
Perfect.
That'll
In
give me time to
15
go
minutes,
pee and all that.
Tammy Defoe, TammyDefoe.
Or if
Okay.
you search Tammy D Comedy, it'll come up that way too.
Perfect. I hope you all have a very wonderful evening. I will talk to you before Christmas. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, Tammy. I love you.
I love you too.
appreciate you so much. I really do. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
All right. Bye, sweetie.
Bye, honey. Bye. All right, guys. Hey, in all seriousness, I want to say goodbye to everybody tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening, a wonderful tomorrow. I kind of know what I'm going to say tomorrow. It's a message from my dad, who's the best. I hope you all have a great evening. I love you all so much. Remember, I am never unavailable. I'm available on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok on Monica's Open House. Doors are always open. Coffee's always on. You never know who's going to be there. I love you all so much. Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you all on Friday. Bye-bye.